guys. I will give everyone some time to join us. I need to make sure that list is ready to go. It is. Sweet. Hey, Julia. Oh. Okay. Roxy, up. Let me see if I can kick this out to everybody. Roxy, up. 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 Dude, you act like it's such a ordeal for you. Up. Up. Aw, there we go. All right. We're gonna give everyone a couple. Oh, I know Ciali will probably join us. So I am going to take the break that I did not get to take. I will be back in just like 30 seconds. I am curious to hear what Roxy does while I'm gone. If she stays on the bed or not. You gonna be a good girl for the 2 seconds I'm not gonna be here? Alright. She's chilling. We'll see if she does it. Alright, I'll be right back. Aw, you stayed. Good girl. Like my pink battery. It looks so odd. But it looks purple for some reason to you? I guess they are kind of... It is kind of purple. It's like a lighter purple, huh? I mean, I think it's pink. That's definitely purple. Like when I hold it closer, does it still look purple though? Yeah, the box is purple. This little box is purple for sure. But yeah, that's pink. At least to me. But yeah, Pizza Thug Puppy hooked it up today. So we're squared away for the next couple of weeks. We got some Night Night Juice. I still not made my appointment. I feel weird about it, but I've already been scolded for going cold turkey. So apparently you're not supposed to do that if you have a medical card. But yeah. Anyone else going to be joining us? I do feel bad for killing the momentum, but I gotta stop doing all this stuff and doing it all over. I'm gonna continue on, and hopefully one or two other people come over and hang out with us. If not, it's not a big deal. I already posted on Twitter's. The other name, let me make this smaller. Need to be able to read your comments while I go through this list. So I'm gonna do boys first, because I think boys is a lot more entertaining. James is the 5th most popular male name in 2024. Another Bible name. Theodore is the 4th most popular male name in 2024. James has been fit since like 1952. Facts. Oh yeah, I should be watching myself. One sec. Gotta turn on the old iPad here. Ugh. Work with me. Theodore is the 4th most popular. I think I said that one. And I don't get that one. I don't get that one. Why is that one making a comeback? Is it because all of us fell in love with Ted Mosby when we were all growing up? Because that would make sense. Ted Mosby's the man. I'm telling you guys right now, I'm not ever naming a child of mine Ted. Can't do it. That's basically child abuse right there. Really? Thanks for entertaining the folks while I stepped outside. Here we go. Oliver is the 3rd most popular boy name for 2024. As in Oliver Twist. Oliver and Company in the movie. Yep. This one's so bad. Noah is the second most popular boy name from 2024. Noah. Unbelievable. Someone I used to work with named her son Oliver. This was a couple of years ago. Okay, I don't remember there being an Oliver in the Bible though. Like whenever I go through these names, I'm always like, yep, Christian, Christian, Christian. From that ER show. Is there a Noah in that show? I haven't watched that. I also haven't watched Grey's Anatomy. I dated a girl that tried to, you know, just, yeah, not my thing. You got a cousin named Noah, born way before 2024. My brother-in-law, my youngest brother-in-law, ex-brother-in-law, his best friend is named Noah. It's the only one I know. Only one I know. And then I'm going to hold off on the number one boy name. So we'll go back over to the ladies. So our young girls that were born last year. The fifth most popular girl name from 2024 was Mia, which is the name of my parents' dog and my boss that screwed me over at New York Life. But conversation for another day. Fourth most popular girl name of 2024 in America was Charlotte. Max, another dog and young kid name, yep. I have worked with a couple of Charlottes, and they were significantly younger than me. I don't know any Charlottes my age. Like one Charlotte was like 8 or 9 years younger than me. She was a lot younger. The third most popular girl name in 2024 was Amelia. That's an oldie. You don't meet a lot of Amelias anymore. Charlotte was a Sex and the City character. That would make a lot of sense. That show started in the 90s. That would make a lot of sense. Okay. Amelia, third most popular. Your cousin has a baby named Amelia, but you don't like the baby. Your cousin has a baby and you don't like the baby, or you don't like your cousin? I don't know who's like, I don't like this baby. I don't think that's a thing we're allowed to say, see, Allie? Oh. The number 2 most popular girl name from 2024. You don't like your cousin, which extends the baby you haven't met. That's funny. Okay. Second most popular girl name from 2024 was Emma. On the dark side now? Just kidding. Emma. I'm going to bounce over to boys here because this is the interesting part, and I am blown away by all of this. The number one most popular boy name from 2024 was Liam. Emma, another name that is old and came back like 10 years ago. Why did we bring Emma back? There we go. People think they're original. You know what's original? Just owning your stuff. It's okay to just admit to people, like, yo, like, I read the Bible a lot as a kid. Or, like, yo, I really like Sex in the City, or I really like Friends. If you are in your late 20s right now, anywhere actually in your 20s, if you're anywhere in your 20s right now and your name is Joey, I don't question whether or not your mother is a Friends fan. And the number one female name from 2024. Olivia. Has it Olivia Rodrigo and all these other crazy Olivia. And I don't know any Olivias. I know 0 Olivias. None. Yeah, facts. There's a couple of fictional character names I like. And if I went with them, I just own my shit. Better than Olive. Yeah. So yeah, Liam and Olivia are the top names in the country. Noah and Emma, I can actually show you the list now, so that's where I'm powering through it here. And I'll make myself smaller. Yeah, so let me slide this over for you guys. And this is the Social Security Administration website. This is a government website. So this isn't like some editorial. This is according to government statistics that were submitted as part of Social Security registration for last year. And that is our list. So top baby names of 2024. And that's the overall list, top to bottom. And it fits in the screen. That actually works out perfectly. Using Liam, trying to get William's inheritance. Pretty much. Like, I just have so many questions about like where these names are coming from and yeah. There's a couple of names on here that tell me that this is not a Trumpian list though. Mateo being on this list, it's not a Trumpian thing. I would also question Noah from Trump. I would also question a couple of the names on here that align with his accusers. And then Sophia. I don't think he would name. Yeah. None of these names are fucking original. Like, if you should be ashamed of yourself if you had a child last year and your kid's name pops up here. Like, really? You didn't want to put just like a little bit of thought? Oh, I know, Julia. And here's the thing. So you know the key part about that jobs report? Great time to shift over. And you know that the crazy part about that jobs report is, there we go, center myself in here. So they actually went back as part of that edit and she updated the statistics from May and June, which looked better originally, and she corrected. And like honestly, I read all these and I have been looking at them and I was like, okay, this makes a lot more sense. Try harder for kids. Exactly, Ciali. Just give it a little bit of thought. That's all we're asking you to do. Like all it's telling me is you looked at your kid when your kid popped out and you asked yourself, when your kid was born, okay, what does my kid look like? That is probably what occurred. Does my kid look like a Matthew or a Peter? Or what prophet? Like, I don't know. I just don't get these people. I really don't. But yeah, there's gonna be like record low unemployment. He can't go to 0. He knows he can't do that. It's gonna be like 1.98 something percent. First president in history to have an unemployment rate less than 2% or some stupid shit like that. Yeah. Or where they were before and then somebody decided to, yeah, I'm with you there. You're named after your mother's mother? I'm named after the 3 teachers that actually gave a shit about my biological mother when she was pregnant with me when she was in high school. I have 2 middle names. My name's all fucked. And I hyphenated for like 6, 7 years. That was fun. Your middle name is a family name. It doesn't get more late 70s than Anne. Yeah. Yeah, we really used that name into the ground, didn't we? I don't meet a lot of Anns or Annas anymore. Used to grow up around a lot of them. Maybe we should I can pull one up for another live in the future when we get trying to pull people over here. I need to increase my traffic and like honestly, I'm gonna be shocked if we still have TikTok come the holidays. At least in its current format. It's either gonna not be accessible to us or it's gonna be accessible and owned by one of Donnie's buddies. Because I get fucking just destroyed these days for. And TikTok released a new update today in secret that is massive for creators. I couldn't talk about it over there, but I can talk about it over here, and it's fucking annoying as shit. On your posts, you can now only do 5 hashtags. It will not allow you to use the pound symbol more than 5 times. Just out of the blue. Completely out of the blue. No one saw it coming. TikTok. So it was all. It was in the news. and that's how I kind of came up with it. But I jumped on today, and I tried to drop a post and kind of do it the way that I usually do it, and yeah, it wouldn't let me use more than 5 hashtags. So, like, this is massive. This is a huge change to drop on us, because hashtags are, like, honestly, it's the only way that you as a creator or you as a person publishing anything anywhere have to distinguish or, like, categorize your content. Everything else is done on the back end, and you have zero control over it. So, but I'm really hoping it doesn't impact my views, but thus far it has not been positive. I have one view in the last couple of days that's gone over 1,000, so not all that encouraging. Oh. You did. The system would categorize the ones that it fell inside of, like, your subject matter category better than others, if that makes sense. Um, and it would suppress others, but in theory, if you had 30 hashtags, yeah, technically you were discoverable across the board, somehow, some way. It wouldn't all get hits. You know, you're not going to have your 35th hashtag being a primary search result if somebody were to search that word. But, yeah. So I don't know how we're going to go about making some of these changes, but it caused, like, a huge headache at a time that just, like, there's just so much weirdness going on with my TikTok profile. I don't want to restart. It's tough getting 6,300 people. And even if it's people that aren't watching my content on a regular basis anymore because they have busy summers, kids' life took off, they don't use the app anymore, I'd rather have someone that chose to follow me that's a real person than have a crazy amount of bots following me. So that's my feeling on the matter, at least. You do. You got to be crazy selective on your 5. So there's like a whole thing. There's apps and websites and stuff like that that monitor these things. Essentially, you just want to be using tags that people are searching. So FYP is a total given. You have to use FYP. Everything else is kind of just optional. Try to categorize it. If you're doing a cooking something, try to do cooking. If we're doing a video about Roxy, we'll try to, you know, Husky Life or Husky whatever. So. Correct, basically 4. It's stupid. It's stupid. Yeah. So that was a huge part of my day. It was trying to, like, figure out, because, like, and here's the reality, whenever they do things this drastic, it's also an opportunity. So as things currently stand right now, I have an opportunity to try to figure out how this is going to serve as, you know, a long-term benefit to me. So I'm just gonna stay on for probably another hour and a half. I'm gonna try to make it to midnight. I'm struggling to get on the sleep schedule. but we're gonna get there. Don't have to be 100% right out of the gate. But just trying to be present at this time that I have published on my page, so that anyone that may have popped over, come over to my page while I was away. And then I need to find time to shoot a video. There's a feature where you can program it so that when people come to your page, a video auto plays that like welcomes them to your page. And I think that that would be really helpful to help introduce myself to some people. I just gotta make it along with the other videos and stuff that I'm trying to edit. So yeah, we got full-time content creator-y stuff going on over here. See, Allie, what are you doing? Because I know you're gonna step away here in just a few minutes. Like what happens when the chat starts? Like when I start like firing on all cylinders? And people are kind of popping in and out all the time? You probably go back to restricted dudes. Like you have the streaming video and ending. Yeah, and I've been thinking about doing that too. I want to get better at those too. Well, I think the reality is I think looking at all these, there's definitely a good core of people who join these communities at the right time. Maybe you're going through something at a time that a creator is taking their step and you relate to them, and it could be really uncomfortable going into a creator's community who has like a really large following. Oh, sounds good, Julia. Thought you'd be in bed by now. It's late. And so I always will have a very unique opportunity over the coming months to connect with people that are kind of looking for something new and fresh, because you want to watch gaming, you want to hang out with the community of people and converse with them and chit chat with them. It's a lot easier to do that with a community of a few hundred or maybe just a couple of thousand, or you can go to a large network, not really have a chance to have the creator see any of your comments. But the value of getting here early before people take off is you earn channel points, you're here longer, so you can earn things that you can use to it's like for you, Ciali, you being here, you'll always be able to highlight your message. So yeah, there is a balance. And it's very unfortunate I have allowed myself to fall into some bad habits. And that's part of why I'm not growing. I definitely got to do more like, this is who I am kind of stuff. I'm not doing a good job of that. But yeah, it's definitely just one of those things. There's a balance to it that I think everybody has to find. And then you also have to reevaluate and adjust as time goes on. You don't know how to watch or look for other people, but you're good with that. Yeah, there's a certain balance. I mean, yeah. And it's constantly changing and evolving. You can also do things where it's like, man, I have 80 to 90 people that love hanging out with me every night. This is awesome. This is so cool. But then on the other side of things, you might feel like, I have this giant block in the day where I could be gaming and probably making a little bit more money. but all of my followers that watch me in the evening are working or they're doing this. So you'll go through processes where it's like, man, like I can be a little bit more like jokey and stuff like that, less polished in the evenings because it's just me and my friends who have been watching me for a year. Um, Meanwhile, you might have a 3-hour stream in the morning where it's like this is all new people, so I gotta like make sure that I, you know, do the introductions and tell the backstory and yeah. So there's constantly stuff shifting around. It takes a long time to get to a place like the Ninjas and the Tim the Tatmans and but like I watch Tim the Tatman stream every single day for nothing more than I'm just impressed at how much he does with just very little. The dude just has a computer. He has a couple of cameras. He turns it on. But he was saying while he was playing games today on his Twitch stream, he was like, I have no idea what the fuck's going on with this company anymore. I just show up here. I'm told to be in the chair at a certain time. And I'm like, God damn, man, that'd be nice to get to that point someday. And just sit down and hang out with your friends the second the camera turns on. You get to a point when it gets too big and you just don't feel seen, at least for you, and there's good and bad to both. There are, and I think that that's one of the things that I like about Twitch, is I really like the highlight my message feature. I want to make that cheaper as time goes on. But I like, because the reality is someone new could come in like a month and they might want to talk a lot and they might use a lot of their channel points. You might have a day where it's really busy, but you wanted to talk to me about something or see if I would check your Discord message, because we're gonna get to that point down the road. And there are tools and ways for you guys to ensure that you can still get my attention, even when things get hectic or if things ever get hectic. So I like that. I like that feature, and it's really cheap. I think a lot of other creators charge like 100 channel points for it. I charge Message Effects 10. So I try to keep it like really reasonable and fun. I want people to be able to use some of this stuff in a fun and exciting way. So yeah. I mean, good money wise for the creator, but I think that's where it comes down to like, what are you doing? We're definitely in that phase where it's like I need to be present, allow people to get to know me, those types of things. But I think when you look at like, because I've done a lot of like the nerdy research on this already, I did that back in April and May. When you get down the nuts and bolts of it, like in theory, like you find a new creator, you really fall in love with them, you watch them for a while in the same way that you would watch the same movie or television series and binge watch all that. It's the same concept. Ideally, by the time they're big, the one or two creators that we were watching on a regular basis, maybe their chat rooms are not the room where you want to spend 3 or 4 hours of your night in. And that's okay. You can still pop in, at least on my end, communicate with me even when it's a little busy, and still get my attention. And that's something that I put some time and attention on when I was trying to decide how I wanted to set this up. And then there's other people that are like, yo, like this person's playing this game and I want to watch this person play this game. Or I want to hear what this person has to say about this thing in the news today. So you'll still always get that. But yeah, I certainly see both. The interactive aspect, I think, is something that you would normally never get watching a Jeopardy or Wheel of Fortune. So I certainly understand that that's a huge aspect of what appeals to a lot of people. But yeah, at the same time, like you can't just maintain like a small community forever and ever and ever. It's not sustainable for the creators. Yeah. live at home. Yeah. There is, and there's ways to like do things too, because like there's other ways, like on Twitch, I can also do subscriber only chats. So let's say like by November I was insanely big, a couple 100,000 followers. Is that gonna happen? Probably not. But if that were to occur, we could be like, yo, Thursday nights, followers only, or subscribers only. If you want to comment in the chat, you must be subscribed to the page. Now, obviously, if you just drop in your Prime sub or you subscribe with your monies, you're back in the conversation. You can work around that. I can also go quiet mode, slow mode. I can do VIP mode. There's lots of options I have to adjust the chat on the fly too. Those are all things that I can do like in the moment. So, yep, you can limit to subscribers. I don't use that feature. I'm not really like in build my TikTok mode. I don't think TikTok's gonna be there for me in a year. So I don't really want to spend a lot of my precious time right now building something that I'm not gonna be able to use long term, unless something changes. But as of right now, fairly certain that I will not be using TikTok in a year. That is one of the ways that they do it. I don't think I'll ever have to do that, especially when I get back into the gym. See, Ali, like, I'll fill out the screen a little bit better. And yeah. I think my sweet spot is probably ultimately hovering somewhere between about 200 and like 325 folks in the room. I'd have to do, that wouldn't allow me to only work 5 days a week. I would have to stream 6 days a week and still only take one day off. But I could live a pretty comfortable lifestyle if I had, if I could average about 250 to 300 people. Most of the streamers that I enjoy watching, that I have a lot of respect for, that I feel like they've done a good job, most of them hover somewhere between like 400 and 800. So, average viewership. Yeah, good, manageable. Nothing too wild. Everyone can still passively comment, and things would be mildly annoying to a certain degree. I don't really want to have a lot of moderators in the chat. I want to allow that to just be. I'm also not like a hype kind of person. Like I'm not like just on a live camera trying to get bits and coins. So that serves to my benefit as well. That keeps the chat down a little bit, keeps it more on topic and on point. The reality is the hardest part about the chat is just working with people that are on the spectrum. When I was doing the Instagram live chats and stuff with hundreds and hundreds of people, and it got to a point where like people genuinely just wanted to kind of come in, and it's like this creator, this person breaking cards, Kess breaking cards on Thursday night is like the only attention I get during the week, and that can be challenging. It's starting to come up a little bit more often again here in my community, which is fine. It's totally understandable. I'm on the spectrum too. This one dude won't even start his live, the speed dating, until he gets to 50k likes. That's gotta just to start. I don't know how he gets away with doing that. Like, yeah, and I need to do more stuff like what I did tonight. It won't always work, but these people have to understand, like, this is legitimate business. It's just about developing a following, and right now, because I don't have a following, I'm afforded the opportunity that I can kind of do whatever I want. When I have a following, that flips. But the thing is, if I stick to what I want to do now, I will be allowed to do more of the things I enjoy when the time comes for me to pay the piper by doing some other things. So, yeah. I mean, I get in trouble when I like start my live and like say the stream is starting soon. I did that on TikTok a little while in June with the software that I use, and yeah, I got in trouble. Oh man, I'm trying to figure out when to pull this. I might need like a nap or something. That was really nice to get some help in the TikTok tonight. I'm actually fairly reasonably within striking distance to be able to stay house tomorrow. So I might even just like take a nap or something over the next hour or so. Wake up, take Roxy out to go to the bathroom, and then just turn on my system late night. I just need to make sure that I'm logging. I gotta make up for the time that I missed in Artesia and then last week while I was bouncing around. Making sure I'm staying active on here is important, so. He's there, but he doesn't start the dating until he gets the number. Oh. Just fucking dude, just like I get it. Like you need support. But I think maybe that's just like the key. Like if my page gets unrestricted, I probably will make a TikTok. Finally, make a TikTok asking like, hey, can you guys please follow me, watch my video so I can make money. Hey Daniela. Oh man, you came at a interesting time. Well, we finished going through the names. That's all done. We finished that like half hour ago. And I'm actually gonna. I'm thinking I might go to at least take a nap here in a little bit. I'm struggling to get on this schedule. I think the reality is I need to sleep at some point during the day. I just don't know when I'm gonna do that. Because I'm still waking up at like 5:30, 6 a.m. Sleeping in a little bit later than I usually do, but still waking up pretty early. Just go to bed. Doesn't work like that, Daniela. Like this is like I have to log. I gotta log time over here. It is very much a job, and staying active and all that stuff is a huge part of it. Ugh. About 3 hours plus the 1 hour this morning, plus the 2 hours on TikTok, plus the hour here. So we did 1, 4, 2, 3. We're at 7 hours today. Yeah, and I think that's what I am going to do is I'm going to take a nap and then just try to get on here a little bit later. I think my notifications are working better. I know that people that have notifications on Twitch turned on are at least getting notified. But yeah, I'm gonna step away and I think take a nap and I'm a little bit. I'll probably be on here probably in a couple of hours. It's kind of hard sleeping just because of all this. It's pretty stressful. So. You didn't get notified, huh? I changed some things today. I might just need to take another look at it. That was like one of the biggest things I was working on. That is just trying to figure out the alert boxes so that you guys are getting notified on a more routine basis of when I go live. The TikTok thing I can't change or fix right now. That's just gonna have to be the way it is. But I can control the Twitch part. So. You got a notification that I was gaming on here earlier. Okay. That's when I made the change after I was gaming this afternoon. So. Well, Ciali and Julia, thanks for coming and hanging out. Daniela, too, thanks for popping over. I know you didn't get to see the end of the names, but we talked. We might go over some older years down the road. We'll have to see. But yeah, you have a good night as well. And maybe I'll see some of you guys in the morning. Be on around 8 a.m. Take it easy. Have a good one. Julia, I hope you're enjoying your game. I'll catch you in the morning, though. Ciali, I will also catch you in the morning. I know I will catch you in the morning. Sounds good, Ciali. Take care.
Breaking up shouldn't be this hard. I just wanted a friend so you can keep your heart.